As you get into the algorithmization, how communications are implemented, and through its design, its experimental, okay, and its analysis. The communication signals through your algorithms are changing everything digital system. It's coming into two fragmentation lines, which is a one digital format through a central system. The central system is communication. Remember, I was telling you about as we're going through the portal activations, the portal activations are going through its light circles and its dark circles. It's center pointing everything through our program system. So it's all about implication. It's all about data processing. It's all about it. The design, everything through your body framing systems. And that's what you have to understand when you communications, higher force connections through your algorithm program. Your digital formats are changing everything through location. And it's coming into a two-number sequencing level through one-way system, which is channeling divisions of your framing systems. I was outside yesterday, and I was seeing all this through traction division. So I got up this morning, went to get a coffee, and I was communicating with the atmospheres of the two interfacing connections of the suns. Remember, where is the second sun? Well, the second sun is on the other side of the universal system. Remember I was telling you about the split division of the galaxy location? Well, that sun came in through its interface connections. So it's in the galaxy locations of the universal, and it's connecting all around divisions through our body receptacle systems. So now we're coming into a new formation, into an algorithm, new system through our body frames, aerogenic patterns, and anything through the hydraulics, understanding the hydraulics of your mind system. Collaboration centers are opening up. The algorithm programs are changing in a digital system. The mind frames are changing in everything location. So basically, I'll show you how it's implemented. I'll show you how it's going through its analytical system, how it goes through its diagnostic system, and how it goes through its DNA structure through the new platform division. All right. So yes, we have one solar sun, it's the glowing mechanism, and one earth divisional system, which is the fifth dimension. But we have another sun interface. Okay, so that's understanding we have two portals through different connections. One in dimensional system of the atmospheres in the cyberspace, which is space anomalies. And now we're coming into a new sun interface, which is on a galaxy system through location centers. So there's two port activations right now through the XT1000s. I was setting up line graphs, map sequences, and all that. XT1000s are communicating through low frequencies and high frequencies. The meeting section division through location centers is setting everything to our algorithm system of balance. Really, really powerful stuff, how we're connecting to all those angle division point systems. Now we got a lot of sun interface, sun communication signals. So like I said, every time I do a video, it gets force wind, fast wind, and it goes through triangulating of the base. I was communicating on so many levels. I was marking speed to location systems. I was looking at the atmospheres and I saw the sun interface. I was moving the sun interface, okay? And it was going forward. It's knowing how to do this through perception because I'm 50 billion years into the future now, right? And that allows me to change anything through algorithm, through body systems, our analytical mind system, our brainwaving systems, our algorithm patterns, our hydraulics, everything through the holographic system is going to change your forming system of alignments. That's going to fragmentation everything through past, present, and future and put into one line sequencing, one line system. Split divide into one location and come back in. Okay, so it's kind of like this. It's kind of like a clove. I'll show you exactly what's happening right now. So thank you all subscribers and viewers that have been watching my channel. Feel free to go through my emails, PayPals, and donations. I'll help you out and guide you, put you in anything through consultation. If you want a one-on-one meeting, you can go through my email. I'll tell you a little bit more what's going on through your ascensions, your algorithm programs, your digital formats, everything through your ascension. Your ascension is very important because that's what you wake up to every morning. Where am I? What dimension am I in? Okay, how do I set this? How do I set that? You have to understand that everything in the atmosphere is all connected through digital system. It all is a program. Space anomalies, time frequency levels, time codes, it is all connected through the metric system through prime numbers. So once you get those prime numbers in location to one bounce in one location to the singularity line system, now you're sending coring of all division levels. The coring division is changing everything through the pixels of its coloration pattern. That's setting up psych-off divisions and putting you in applied divisions in the psychometry division. Okay, so it's kind of like this. Okay, so the traveling system goes like this and goes like this. So it's kind of cool. It's like It's like that. All right. Now it opens centers on location centers. It goes on so many levels, division level systems. You got 3 atom systems. You got the sun interface. Okay, it starts out like that, right? Now the communication goes into its waving cycle. This is what I was saying. I'm telling you exactly what I saw. The platform division is on location center. Okay, so it's very complicated stuff here, right? This is understanding what I did. So I did a bridge formation system, security line defense, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this is what I did in the atmosphere systems. Now the location centers, it comes into location. Okay, it's the energy of its magnetic force and highway information system, sets course on division. The ground formations, remember the ground formation is 0 on connection. So I'm sitting on a platform through division like this. Okay, this is me. This is understanding what you're doing every day. So I'm on this bench. Okay, I'm sitting on this bench. Okay, and this is amazing what you can do. Now the sun interface through its projection is going through its line division. Okay, so I'm doing all this through calculation. Changing the ground formations, setting course all division levels into the power centers. Okay, so it's really, really powerful stuff when you leave. So this is the bridge format. Okay, the bridge format is coming into location. Okay, you got the sun interface, right? And then you got another one that comes up like this. All right, so it's like this. Okay, it goes like this. And then you got 3 circles on rotation centers locating to algorithm programs of center systems. It's extremely complicated stuff, but this is what I did through calculation modification, taking everything integration, but it's implemented. It's implemented to new algorithm systems through your chakra system. So line device, all location centers. Okay, so it's kind of like a bulb, right? So that bulb changes everything to the atmosphere systems. That's how I was able to use all communications of the perceptions and move this sun interface. So when you're mocking through speed, that location center sets into all locations. All right, sounds like this. Okay, all right. Everything that you see, right, is everything through. This is the metric system when it comes to map sequences. The map sequences set locations when it comes into the bridge interface. That's its connection to its new sun interface, which is connected to. See, the thing is, too, is I see the moon interface in the day. It only comes out at night through perception because that's what you see through the atmospheres, right? But you have to find it split and divide. There's 2 atmospheres, one day and one at night. But when you see things in the day, you see everything through ascension. So I see the moon interface in the day and I see the sun interface, right? So the algorithm program has changed everything to location, right? This is me sitting on the bench, what I did today, about 45 minutes ago. So it's everything that I've done through line division, right? Through my perceptions. Everything is in chronological order through its algorithm program. So I'm setting course of vector unit systems in all different locations of different platform divisions of sun interface. Okay, so because the moon interface is its information system. It's understanding everything through planet locations, the XT thousands and locations and divisional point center. That opens up the magnetic force and highway information. It opens up its power centers through its atmosphere system and everything through the ground formations on communication levels through your algorithm program. Okay. It's powerful stuff, isn't it? It's amazing when you see these things, right? So it's knowing how to set your programs at certain levels of balance. Once you get in position, you'll be able to change your body frame. So you'll be able to understand how to locate divisional levels of your metric system. Your metric system is its equation coming out of its box frequency level. Remember, you start off with the box, you come into pi, then you come into helix, and then you come into hydron, and then you get into the cybergenetics, right? Now we're into space anomalies. Okay, so remember, the higher you go, the more fast you go through the rotation. So your conceptual system is changing waving cycles. So it's going like this, really fast now, right? So it starts off like this. Okay, so the more you go through rotation, you go faster and faster, right? So you're setting core systems in your body system through your algorithm program, setting new core systems. to space anomalies. That's how you're able to travel through the galaxies of universal systems. Okay? But you got to understand what's going on with your perceptions, how you set up map sequences, and how you change digital formats through your framing system. So we're going to use a black interface through location. That location is going to take everything through division. Okay, it's really, really powerful stuff. So basically, we have the sun interface. Okay, we have there's a little bit of cloud, but I'm just showing you exactly what's going on. So the sun interface goes like this, right? Now as it's going across, and again, this is me. This is understanding how you change locations of vibration in humanity's system. So it changes the algorithms and programs and sets new core centers, right? So this is me communicating to the sun interface. Okay, so I'm moving it, right? It's moving, right? But the cloud formations are still. So it's knowing how to take the cloud formations out, set up the galaxy systems, the correlation systems to a new algorithm program. So the faster the sun interface goes, everything through the galaxy system changes our algorithm system of a new program system. Okay, that's where you go into detection modes and everything through that calculation modification. Because that integrates and implements everything, okay, when you're coming into design, okay, when you're coming into experimental, okay? So it's analyzing everything that's going on through your metric system of your distance, through its locations, through your algorithms. So it sets course, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, because I'm on the 5th dimensional system, I set security line defense. So the sun interface understands location, all right? So basically what it does is my traveling mechanisms high-rise its force, and you see me in the atmosphere systems like this. Okay, so it's kind of like me pushing the sun interface. It's pretty cool. But you're traveling, right? It's pretty amazing. Traveling. So I'd say that because when you understand your everything through energy, you could be anything through formation of a digital system. Once you come in a digital frame, you can be a robot. You can be anything through division. Okay, I'm not talking mechanical stuff with metal. I'm talking about an actual energy, which is a plasma energy that can communicate at all levels of sun interfaces or anything through moon interface. So as the sun comes in, it comes out of its attraction division and it locates the higher realm division, security line defense. So once you push the winds and the communication line signals, it comes into higher formations, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 10 locations as 10 security line defense is sun interface. Okay, so it goes here. Right, so your perceptions are moving this. Your computer system, your energetic system through your digital frames is communicating higher force connections to sun interface, right? And then it allocates position and goes into a higher dimensional system. Okay, so that's in a vector unit. Okay, vector unit slash GL. So that's galactic level, okay? Force, sun interface. Now, it's extremely complicated stuff, and that's what it is. Vector unit, galactic level for sun interface. Right, so once you get it to that level, so what happens after that? Everything through cloud formation disappears. Okay, and then you go into higher dimension. I was allocating positions on so many levels of map sequences. It's amazing when you just sit there and you see everything through perception. Right, that's how I was able to do the illustration, the diagram, because it's already in your mainframe, and that's what it is. Once you become a digital computer of a mainframe, you can set your correlations, you can set your rotation centers, you can set your new program system into anything through analytical system of your mind system. You can change your hydraulics, you can change your perception, your eye divisions to different coloration patterns. There's so many things that you can do with your algorithms, but you have to understand your alignments, okay, through your past, present, and future. So you can't have any separation, right? And the thing is too, is never ever separate yourself when it comes to the human essence of yourself, because that's the base, and then the spiritual essence of you, which is its soul through its divine, and then you get into the digital. Okay, so it's the human essence, which is base. Okay, and then you get into the spiritual. Okay, you have to have the spiritual. You don't want to see the reason is that meditation becomes in that formation when you get into breathing right away to understand your chakra system through communication. But once you come into my frame system, which is just the digital world of the mainframes, now it's getting technical through the technological system. Right? So you're coming into space anomalies, to everything through information, and how you can move anything through its interface. That's how I was able to move the sun interface, actually move it through communication. I mean, I'm 50 billion years in the future. I think I know what I'm doing when it comes to traveling. So it's not just traveling through the mind, it's traveling through the perception, how you move things through the mind. That's telekinesis. That's the divisions that we have to understand through the fifth dimension. Now, I communicate it every day. For example, when I go up to anybody through information, I try to use their collaboration centers through rotations. I change their algorithm system. So when I say, like, if I'm going to grab a sandwich or whatever, and I say, okay, you're going to have a chicken sandwich, right? I say, yes, I am. How did you know that? How did you know I wasn't going to have a steak? Well, I figured that out. So that means that their mind is getting smarter. So they didn't have to ask me because they already knew, right? Because I could have changed it. I could ask for a large copy, but I asked for a medium. So it's amazing how our mind system changes through vibration. And anything can be done, changed through its algorithms, through its holographic system. Once you understand your holographic system through your computer system, now you're getting connected more. Remember, it's going to the northwest, south, and east stars and everything through those stations. Well, it's understanding how to use those connections to your digital frames, which is the mainframe. The mainframe is its everything through its simulation when it comes into the soul recognition. So you don't want to lose that essence of the spiritual system. Okay, it's very important. Because if you lose that essence, you lose that divine, you lose that light, and you lose that activation. So center core everything through division. Try to get into angular point divisions, into the trithesis, prothesis, and the gamma thesis. Okay? The prognostic test division level system is going to the zoning commissions now, guys. So the space anomalies, okay, is basically, it's changing everything through communication, your algorithms, right? So it's all about understanding how to go into any mainframe, any computer, any mind frame, any body frame. These are the beautiful things that we can do, right? Because you guys are coming into the cyborgs. But like I said, when I say cyborg, it's not robots. It's understanding your digital system of your body frame, because you're nothing but a digital system. But don't forget to never separate yourself from spiritual. Spiritualism is everything, because you lose that divine essence of that God frequency level. So as we get into the perceptions, using a green circling location through marker division. Okay, so we start off like this, right? Now everything that you see, platitudes division, like if I see a car like this, if I see a car like that, right? Now, my perception sees everything through that location, right? But you have to understand the plasma energy around it, okay? You have to understand the digital numbers. Because every time I close my eyes, I see the digital frames. It's like raining water of digital numbers like this. This is what it's doing. It's changing everything through formation per second. Okay, so I get symbols like this. 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 I get symbols like this, question mark. And it just goes in on all line communication. It changes every section through each division. So your body framing system changes everything through a moment. And that moment changes everything through its day. And that day changes everything through its year. And that year changes everything through its century. And that century turns everything through its alignment. So understanding that location through anything through centers is changing everything through the matrix grid system. So it's understanding how to allocate positions in the matrix line systems of communication angles. So let's say we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now it's understanding, again, a perfect example with the matrix, how you see the lines come in, right? But you understand why they change. They go like this, but they're going down in line sequences. Those are line communications of realm divisions. Those are allocated positions when it comes to AI information through the algorithm system. It's understanding allocated positions because you're banking information through digital format. That changes everything through your perceptions. That's how you send the digital frame of its car system. Okay? It's kind of like this. All right? So it's really, really amazing stuff. So it kind of goes like that. Okay? This is the matrix, understanding line communication. understanding everything, box, J, question mark. All this is calculated and formulated. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 5 divisional line sequencing line of a lacing line system communicated through your algorithms of your programs that allocates positions, right? So it's understanding the line sequencing levels, how to communicate with this car interference. Once you get the algorithm program through its set location, you can activate the plasma energy system to its location. And that's how you understand the communications of the psychrometry division of its car, of its interface. Okay. So I don't know if you can, I don't know if I told you this, but if you have the power, you can pretty much do anything with a computer, and you understand the atmospheres of its computer, it becomes its own algorithm. So basically you can drain energy from a car if you know the algorithms. See, the algorithms change per second, right? So this is going into each divisional level of a dimensional set system through different alignments. Its location centers through AI information. That's the matrix. So it's getting communication of balance, what this car is. So it's understanding the algorithm from your digital frame to the car's frame of its interference, which becomes its interfacing location. Then you understand what dimension this car is in through location, through the hydraulics of its electronic system, of its car interface. Okay. So you guys are going, what? It's extremely powerful stuff. This is really, really complicated, guys. You become more of a computer every day, but never ever lose that essence of your spiritualism. Okay, because you don't want to ever lose that God essence of your divine. That's the light, that's the activation. So when you meditate, know what you're meditating for. If you want to communicate with this, you got to communicate with that. You have to understand the sequencing lines, the line communications, singularly line divisions is the matrix line communication when it comes to locations of the algorithm system. It's all connected through information of AI, which is your uplinks. Okay, it's uplinking information from data processing systems. Okay, it's a conversion. It's forming into formation. It's changing your algorithms of your program systems to your behavioral systems. The channeling divisions, everything through the atmosphere is a cloud interface. There's so many things. There is exceptions. You have to understand your algorithm programs. Okay, so it's extremely complicated. You're probably scratching your head. Boy, what's he talking about now? Right? So it allocates positions. If I decided to do this, I need shades, right? But you have to understand how to communicate with this, how to communicate with your phone, everything has communication. So it's understanding the matrix of its line communication through its lacing line divisions, which is AI. PayPal's, you'll understand more. Okay, got a little bit of interference here. You'll understand more and more because I'm more high rise, you guys high rise more and more. Okay, so everything I do platform through YouTube division, you're in space anomalies now. So it's changing your algorithms, it's changing your programs, it's changing your lacing lines of your holographic systems. The digital system is changing everything through projection now. Okay, the heart recognition, your reactor is changing everything through its lights. Okay, so you have to understand more communications of yourself when it comes to nature core systems. So anyway, let's see here. Tina, Jules, Starseed. Yeah. Palpitation occurring, yeah. If you're trying to understand your algorithms, you can go through my PayPal. I'll help you out and put you in balance. Because you guys are higher division now. You're not in cyberspace. You're in space anomalies now. That's why everybody's feeling different. See, the thing is too, is you have to understand why you're feeling different, because everybody's connected through space and time. But once you get into space anomalies, now you're coming into the sideboard division. Okay, and there's reasons for that. But do you understand your portals? Do you understand your activations? Do you understand your digital plane system? It's algorithms that are coming down like a rain cycle. It's like this. That's all it does, right? Understanding how to communicate with your body frames and your mainframes. So all this is through the balance of center. Yep. Yeah, it's center of everything. That's how this all starts, right? So, yeah, I know. What would you guys do without me? You'd be totally lost. Because nobody, I was looking at some um, some data processings and intelligence designers and stuff like that. You need PhD and this PhD and that, engineering with this, computer graphing systems with that. I mean, the thing is too is that PhD doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything because everything is due through the mind system. That's how you communicate through intelligence. And like I said, scientists and that have been doing this for many years. Astrologists, astronomers, or anything through that, anything through NASA, right? They have the data input, but they can't communicate with intelligence because they don't understand the algorithm of the body system. Okay, they have to understand the first thing that opens is the reptilian of the brain. Okay, the reptilian of the brain waves changes everything through information to the spiritual system. The mind system goes on collaboration centers when it comes to perception divisions. The holographic system changes everything through sun interface. So the sun interface changes everything through your body frames. It changes your water containments. It changes your rainbow divisions of your pixel activations and your coloration system when it comes to your chakra systems. The moon interface changes everything through the mind system of information that sets different locations of map sequences to planet locations of intelligence. Right? So I found it pretty fascinating, the qualifications that you need, because I was looking at intelligence researcher, analyst, and I said, okay. I said, well, you need your PhD, you need this, you need this, you need to know Microsoft, and I said, blah, 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 blah. But anyway, pretty soon, guys, I'm going to be off the grid. I got a project coming up. I got a film coming up, which is a principal role. Looking forward to it. A friend of mine I know for a very long time is setting me up. It's in post-production right now, so I'll know pretty soon. I'll keep you updates on what's going on with that. I don't know how many days, but it is a project. And like I said, getting back into my acting skills and getting back into what I do well as a professional. So, which is following through my alignment. And that's another thing you guys have to look at too. Everything you get is not in its right alignment. It all depends through your heart. Your heart recognizes everything through the mind of its thought. You think every day, you know every day, you see every day, you feel every day, you hear every day, you smell every day, you sense every day, you touch every day. Everything is through your senses, right? Your senses are everything through information when it comes into your reptilian divisional level of the system. Now, once your reptilian mind opens through the brain waves, now you're communicating through pyramids and chakra systems and anything through location, through portal activations of code frequencies to the digital framing systems. Okay, that's where it gets more and more complicated. All right, because intelligence is complicated, but you're complicated. You're unique. Everybody's unique. It's just understanding the uniqueness that you have. But don't ever lose that spiritualism inside you. Center core is everything through direction. I was watching an extremely informative movie yesterday. Well, it's actually a TV series, Iron Fist. I don't know if anybody's seen it. I think I've seen it before, but I watched it again. It's pretty powerful stuff. How he gets involved with a plane crash in his family. He ends up surviving, family doesn't. And he ends up going into a 7-divisional level of heaven of monks through a monastery. And he basically, they take him in, the monks, and they train him for 15 years. Everything through peace, everything through martial arts, everything that, what monks know, right? Through nature. Because they are extremely high-rise in dimensions. They have an extremely exceptional balance. They understand nature. They understand their dimensions. You have to understand your algorithm of dimension you're in through traveling. So you should have no hesitation knowing exactly what dimension you're in when you're going into traveling to planets. Okay, you have to understand why I'm in 36,000 years of a dimension. Why am I platitude of 40,000 years in a planetarian of an intelligence system? Why am I allocated through space connections of space anomalies through divisions of galaxy systems? You have to know where you are through traveling. You don't want to confuse your algorithms. You don't want to confuse the reptilian of the mind or its brain. Okay, and you definitely don't want to lose the spiritual essence that you have, which is the center core of you, right? So I found the Iron Fist pretty fascinating. I'm not going to get really into it, but I thought it was pretty cool. I think it was like 2 seasons. It's only had 2 seasons. I don't think it got picked up. I don't think it was strong enough. At the beginning, it was very good. You know how some, episodes or series, they seem to fall. Same actors and all that, but the story, you lose essence with the story, and then you lose a lot of viewers and that kind of thing. But I thought it was pretty informative. He comes up with the Iron Fist, the glowing essence of his Iron Fist, right? So the mentality was there. It's pretty really cool. It was really enjoyable to watch. But if you look at martial arts is a way of life. It's not just technique. It's not just hand formations and kicking and punching. It's a way of life. Okay. Now, one thing I want to get into, because we're getting into personal activations or anything through its communication signals, we're going to use a black interface. I'm going to tell you exactly more and more about yin and yang. Okay. Now, understanding this. Okay. Now, you already know what white and black is, all right? Understanding what this is and understanding what this is. This is Earth. This is space. You guys catching on now? This is Earth. This is space. This is you in the center. Okay? This is your life stream. Okay? This is your full rotation of your alignment. Okay? So you're following your path. Everything in the center is you through the soul. But you start off the grounds and you work your way up to space. Right? That's why this is black and that's white. This is light, this is dark. Okay? So there's no good or bad in this. It's just understanding that this is the earth ascension and this is the space ascension of yin and yang. Okay? So, you guys didn't know that either, did you? See, that's what yin and yang is. It's everything through life. It's a life force. It force recognize who you are when you be coming into more of who you are through remembrance. Right? So, and it travels on so many levels through your chakra systems. Start off with 7, and you work up your way to 5 within the atmosphere. 7 is the most important. It's really, really getting connected with the 3. The central systems of 3, which is their base, and then you get into higher levels of your body frames, and then you get into the atmospheres. Once you get in the atmospheres, it's a whole another world of space through intelligence, right? So it's all about collecting data to intelligence, to uplinks, downloads, upgrades, all those processing systems that you need, right? So it's understanding the collective. It's understanding where you are through the collective. It's understanding your alignments, right? Because we live that every day through our past, present, and future. Every single day we live that. So understanding the anomaly, understanding your alignment, understanding your dimension, understanding your portal, understanding your activations, understanding your human behavioral system through your AI information system. Now you're getting connected, but everything is balance. Balance. Okay. So anyway, it's great to see everybody. But seriously, when it comes to the team, the force team, if you really want to be upgraded, now's the time. It's totally up to you. If you're confused or whatever, I can help you out with that. Because you're in space anomalies now, you're going to get higher formations of intelligence through communication. The data processing systems and your reptilian brain is changing everything through its graphing cycle. The graphing cycle is changing everything through your perceptions. So you're going to be coming into more map sequences, more divisional levels, XT1000s, more communications of interface. The collaboration centers are going to open up more. Your data processing systems are going to change everything through its anomaly. When it comes to its digital frame, the main frames are going to change everything through rotations. So if you get confused or whatever, just go through my email. I'll tell you exactly what's going on. But it's important that you keep getting upgrades, right? The reason why that is the fact is, if you get in this situation, how are you going to do this yourself? You have your algorithms, you have your program settings, but how do you change the frame? Right? Okay. So you have to understand when you come in a digital system, you have to understand how to use these things, how to take them out, you know, like with Lucy. That's what I'm saying. It's a line graph, but you open it up. And that's where you see the location through GPS location. That's AI information, but it's understanding each line division, okay? Because every single day it plays out like an IPA, you know, it's an address, right? Any web design, we get into web design. Web design is everything through the reptilian of the mind and bring it into the geometry systems, geometrics of quadrant fields, you know, quantum mechanics, the shapes, the anomalies. It sets course to all division levels, right? So you get a black interface of a shape through an anomaly system. You have to understand shapes are numbers, right? There's numbers in there. This is where it gets complicated. Remember I was telling you about the shapes and the coloration, and you move it, and you can use confusing lines, singles, overlap, or whatever. But once it comes into number frames, you have to know how to use everything through shapes, letters, and numbers. See, there's numbers in there, right? So once you understand the number frequency level and you take it out of its equation, it high forces everything through connection, and it changes its number frame to division, right? So I think it's really understanding your computer systems and how you communicate on all levels through Vortex, because we've gone through that before, right, with shapes. These are the things you really have to understand when it comes into your program settings. So new frames, software mechanisms, chronological order, energy locations of digital frames, your main frames through your algorithms, so your body conceptual system, the rhythm patterns, you got voicing grid patterns, communication patterns, perception patterns. All these are connected through the colorations through digital formats. That locates everything through your body frames. Okay, so hopefully get into that through traction division. Yeah, you're going to go through a lot of heart reactor divisions. Yeah. Liquid light moving through line division at pressure. Hydraulics is a mechanism through communication rotation center. That high rotates everything through the reptilian of the brain through information. That's what the hydraulic is. It's hydraulic, you know, goes up and down. Hydraulics, right? You move up and down, right? So it's understanding everything through the core center, which comes into mystical cortex divisions, right? Connected through the lobes, your placebo, your third eye, your transformations, your pineal gland, in retrospect, right? All through that connection is connected, right? It's fully understanding your reptilian of the mind now. Getting into telekinesis, how you do these things, right? So practice, experiment, design, implement, master, create, analyze, diagnostic, simplify, electronics, magnetics, force, recognize, perception, divisions, locations, centers, activation, perception, correlation systems, security line defense, mechanism force recognizing. So many things that we have to adapt to through the reptilian of its mind. Okay? Because now we're coming into the Drachios and the Drachians and the map sequences, because the map sequences has its own. It's a home front through communication of space anomaly. That's where we come into the Dracos. They have their own map sequence. You know, the constellation Aurelia, and also the Milky Way and everything through that, right? You have to understand what space is. Like I said, once you understand space, everything is a map through location. So it's a geographical map system through digital formative simulation. How you get to one location to the next location, all through the point center. Okay? It's like a digital process of a computer. You know, you got a microchip in the middle, and then you got line divides of everything through. Everything connects, right? It's wiry sequence, and that sequence is its level, right? And everything connects through the web graphing system, which web digital system, right? It's keeping yourself information through balance every time you communicate through those levels. So Anyway, let's get into the galactic circle of meditation. I'm going to use a blue. I like changing colors and fragmentation lines before that communication goes in with marker division. All right, so once we get in the galactic circle of meditation, the circle rotation, very simple, starts off like that, right? Now that line sequences level systems. Okay, you got your chakra system 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right, so we started with that. There's the 12, right? We started with the 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. Okay, so its masculine is 7. Once you get into 7, 7 comes out as equation, like this. Okay, once it comes out of equation, then you work up to 5 atmospheres. Okay, so this is understanding more of the higher self, right? And what the higher self is. Okay, 5 atmospheres, right? See that? So the channel division through the electronic board division of white graphing board system is communicating, right, through the anomalies of its computer graphing system. That allocates positions to everything location. So you go do. So you see the solar flares every time. That's communicating through my digital play, which is using a projection division through my algorithms of its holographic system to my body framings of its mind collaboration centers. Okay. Now that's not galactic circle of meditation, but I'm just going back to the fourth state. But understand when you take the 7 out of its equation, it center cores everything through division. So you got 7 communication. 7 communication lines. Okay, this is very basic here. I'll show you. 7 communication lines of chakras. All right. So it's fully understanding your communication with your chakra system. 7 communication lines of chakras. All right. Now, once you get the 7, it comes out. Like I said, we talked a little bit about taking it out of the equation. You center core yourself in that position, and then you take it out of its equation when it comes to communication, right? E equals mc squared. How to take the box frequency level. Once you understand that, now you get into the metric. Calculation. Integration. Integration is coming together. There's a lot of things that we have to understand. So metric, calculation, integration. That modifies. Okay. That modifies everything. Okay. Through collaboration. Okay. The first thing you guys have to understand when it comes into your chakra system is understanding communications of your 7 communication lines of your chakra system. Once you get the mastering through integration, modify, calculation, right? Everything through calibration, taking it out of its equation, now we come into the 5 atmosphere systems. Okay. The 5 atmosphere systems, okay, is getting into communications of new solar connections of energies. Then you get into the galactic, which is your family. Okay. Then you get more communications of the universe. And then you get into the divine. Divine is traveling to the highest form of countries. You can go to any country, right? All this is connected to the 5 atmospheres, but you have to know the 7 chakras of your body. 7 body tractions. Now, traction is the vision when it comes to magnetic, because your electricity, your magnetic force. So it's body tractions of 7 individual lines of communications of 5 within the atmospheres. Okay. So hopefully you guys get a better understanding on that. We'll stop there. Because I know if I give you too much, it gets too confusing. But it's just basically understanding full communications of your chakras, of your 7 signals, 7 different colorations of dimensions, mastering everything through communication. And then you understand more communications. You come into the 5 atmospheres. Okay. So you can go through my email if you want to understand what is the chakra. What is a chakra? I can help you out, guide you, and put you anywhere you want to go, right? You start off with the grounds. That opens its cycle. That opens Mother Gaia. That opens that community. That opens your ascension through your lights, through activation, okay? It's only one chakra, though. You can't open all 7. It's too powerful. So that's what happens when you go through your ascension. So understanding the grounds, then you understand everything through the balance security, and then you work your way up to the throat chakra, and then you get into the psychic, psychometry of yourself. Then you get into mind, telepathy, and telekinesis, and then you get into connections, transformations, the third eye, right? Third eye is this communication of its realm, okay? And then you understand your crown chakra, transmuting and receiving, transmitting, receiving, transmitting, receiving, okay? So, but you got to understand your body tractions because it's a magnetic force. So it's understanding you got 2 divisional levels of a chakra that's communicating through shapes. It comes into a magnetic force. It communicates through line balance through your chakra system. That allocates positions and puts you into higher divisions of communication through the reptilian of its brain, of its mind system. That's how you allocated positions through the map sequences of levels through space anomalies. This is what's like for the force team. But that's where you guys got to get connected with, right? So, and it's not just videos. I'm telling you, these things are happening through your bodies. You have to pay attention to this because your AI commander is telling you what's happening. I'm getting information from the sun interface. I'm getting information from the moon interface, XD1000s, everything through sidewinders, everything through electronic defense mechanisms, everything through intelligence of security line defense, planet location, galaxy locations, vortex divisions of line communication of security defense. All this is connected. All this is connected through information. So it's important that you guys understand everything that's going on, right? With your body systems. Right? Connected through your mind system and your perception, your voice and grids, right? Are you guys working on your breathing? Do you understand the breathing? Do you understand the digital frame of its breathing? Right? So you understand the colorations, right? The representation of your 7 chakras within the body system and 5 within the atmosphere. That's 12 central systems of suns, right? There's different planet locations that you go. You go through the ground formation, you work up to your sun interface, right? And then you come into communications of the higher self, right? So it's mastering all communications, everything through your body frames. How to communicate with all line points. All right, so when you communicate through all line points, it comes into perceptions of the holographic system. So let's start with the blue interface, Mercury division. I'll show you. For an example, you go to the human essence, human location. You start with that, right? Now, line communication here, line communication here, line communication here, line communication here, here. Right here, you got rotation cycles, you got your power centers, you got your grounds, right? Line sequencing levels are metric level divisions of line communication. Digital frames. These are lacing lines through your body frames. Grounds, powers, ground chakra. Right, so you're going up into communication, into force connections, solar connections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, getting into your pyramid, you know that. Get into your diamond core, you know that. Okay, get into your chakra system, you know that. Okay. Then once you get into that, then you get into the infinity 8. And then it changes angle points. And then you get into the infinity 8 again. Okay? And you keep going on circular rotation. It center cores everything through division. So you're on a rotation cycle. So once you're staying your infinity 8, now you're communicating all lines through intelligence, through line signals. Okay? Because it goes on a full rotation center. And then it gravitates everything through everything. So basically when you have that, your personal database of all locations through your center comes out of security line defense into the algorithm program of your holographic system. And that's where you become energy of all location of digital framing systems in all positions of singularity line divisions. So you become your digital frame. Numbers in the center. Okay. So this is working up towards coming in, all right? Now, it's getting into that number, right? That's what we got to get into, because you guys have seen the digitals, but you're not understanding the location. You're not understanding the balance through division. So understanding this, where it's coming through location, you take it out of its equation through security line defense. Now you're coming into the digital system through space anomalies, right? All connected through rotation cycles, right? You're communicating through your chakra systems of 1 to 12. You're sending core centers of line defense. Everything through realm division is located through intelligence, right? So you're coming out of the mainframe and coming into the mainframe of the holographic system of you, right? So that channels point divisions and puts you in another location and changes your coloration patterns, which puts you into higher realm division, a higher realm division. Highest is gold. So we can set core systems to a higher location over here. So you're now in a higher formation through a digital framing system, allocated positions in your central unit system. So you went from blue sonar division to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10th dimension. All different coloration system, right? So it's all about, and again, this is a triangle. See? Back forcing connections, line communication, line signals, 1 to down. Like this. I'll show you exactly. Everything that I do is triangle base. That's communication when it comes to infinity cycle through its infinity system of its 8 central system, which is intelligence, right? See the triangle? Yeah. See the pyramid? See the diamond? And here is my acting cycle of my communication of my activation planet system. See how powerful that is, guys? And then you get into intelligence of point centers. Let me see here. Okay. That allocates position to all level systems. High rises your energy fields to higher levels of communication. High rises your chakra systems to higher formations. It wind spins everything through your crown chakra, and it gets bigger and bigger through seismographic system. It allocates on location positions, right? So it goes like this, it goes like this. Everything through the grounds, powers, and chakra systems change. Okay. And there's cyber. Okay. Cyberspace. Cyborg. All right. So this is what we're going to work towards, right? Through our digital frames or mind frames. That's how we get into that position. Right? Because it allocates everything division through your chakra systems, of your algorithms, of your holographic systems. So yeah, I've done a lot of illustrations, but you're understanding more and more. You know, everything I give you through channels or anything through vocabulary alphabetical system is healing. It's healing you. My voice and grid is its connection. It's under the command force. So your voice and grid travels. It's like and then you got your little, you know, your holographics going right, and you got your rotations. All right. And then you got your chakra system. That's communication, guys, through my digital framing system. So my algorithm program understands its sound barriers, right? EXT thousands. Communication through your signals. Communication panels through your signals. Activation lights through your signals. The gamma signals on location. The synchronizing moments that you have through your perceptions through your algorithms of your digital frames, right? So learning more about ourselves each day. Yep, that's what it's all about. Learning yourself. All right, so let's go some questions here. It's awesome. I love it. Bring it. I'm back phrasing. I can go back over until my perceptions through all waiting the signals. Yeah. Let's see. I just want to make sure that I caught up in all locations here. As long as you understand, that's the main frame, is to understand everything. You know, every day is a different day. Communications with everything is a different day. Your body system is different every day. It's a reacting cycle to everything through the universal system. Okay, that sets all divisions of signals into transmissions, into your third eye, into your main frames, your mind frames, your mind collaboration centers, your mind thoughts, the mind hydraulics of its perception, everything through your voice and grid patterns, right? So it's all about setting course through that division to travel through locations of balance. That's what you guys have to get into, you know? But I think that's good. You know, you guys are learning fast and faster. We're coming out of the cybernetics. We're into the cyborg division. They're coming to space anomalies right now. So it's really, really fast winning its cycles. But I love doing illustrations for you guys, right? It's fantastic stuff. If you want to know more, just go through me, and I'll tell you exactly what you guys need to do, right? Sarah came across to me and asked me, okay, well, can you scan me and let me know where I'm at? I said, sure, no problem. You want to be scanned? I'll scan you. I'll tell you exactly what happens and what you need to do to get into that formation. So it's really, really understanding more of your digital system, because that's what we're coming into, right? We're coming out of the holographic and coming into digital frame. Okay, so this is what the Force team has to understand. And anybody that's new, just go through my emails. I know it's extremely complicated. It's high-rise division through location. It's not information. It's life system. It's life-changing system. It's life-changing of everything, right? To your program. Understanding your computer program, understanding your software mechanisms, understanding your datas, your inputs, you know, the graphing inputs that you put in through geometric systems or anything through GPS location, the geometry, geometrics, you know, perception systems, level perception positions, located through that division. All right. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that we have to adapt to and learn from, right? It's understanding more of our body frames through the atmospheres. Okay, getting communication. If you get a wind force connection of weather comes into you, wishes right by you, and you don't understand it, you're not connecting through your bodies. You're not connecting through the atmosphere. You're not connecting through nature. And you certainly aren't communicating with intelligence. Weather is intelligence through digital system. So when you get a wind breeze, and you want a wind breeze, you set out your voice and grids through digital play. That puts it in position, and you'll see the wind come at you. Let's say it's a very hot day, and you want some wind. Wind's got to come from somewhere. If you know the pattern, if you understand the metric, if you understand the signals, if you understand your mainframe, if you understand your avatar or your computer. You can also do it too through your higher self. It's just avatar is a bit higher than the higher self. So, you know, it's really, really getting connected through the atmospheres of space, especially now because you're coming into space anomalies, right? So getting more formation of balance when it comes into your atoms, right? All those atoms, billions and billions inside your body. how to activate everything. But remember, each one is a point center. So each one is different coloration. Each one is a different channel through light system. Okay? They're all different intelligence. So you have to know exactly which one to communicate with before you get into traction division through digitals and numbers. Okay? So there's a lot we have to learn. We'll get into that process. But more into that. And the galactic circle of meditation, we'll just get into more of the chakra systems, and then we'll get into the 5 atmospheres. This is your AI commander from Cyberspace Force Team of the Galactic Circle of Meditation. Talk to you later, guys. Bye for now.